So we'll try to solve. So PYQs, again, I will put one statement at a time. So we, instead of putting all these statements at once at the same time, answer also at the same time, that we will try to come towards the answer by building statement by statement, because that is how we are going to start from. And in every topic, in every chronology, we are going to look for the repeated themes, like Buddhism, which themes is there, okay, the Jainism, which themes is there, and Indus Valley civilization, which themes are there, okay. So everything we are going to cover in this particular way. So now, regarding the Indus Valley civilization, and that is the first topic, consider the following statement, and we'll also see, because all the PYQs are together right now along with the topics, you are also going to see how the questions are repeated. This is how the questions are repeated over here. So it is the first theme, we can say, that is the first statement. It was predominantly a secular civilization, and the religious element, though present, did not dominate the scene. In talking about the religious aspect of Indus Valley civilization, I think all of you must have already read about religious themes of religious topics of Indus Valley civilization. Again, we will cover religious topic. First, we will try to answer this particular question. And during this period, cotton was used for manufacturing textiles in India. And again, if you analyze the question, and we know that cotton has been discovered from Mohenjo-daro. Okay, so this is already there. Okay. Cotton has been discovered. And at the same time, the first statement says that it's predominantly a secular civilization. The religious element, though present, did not dominate the same. Because Indus Valley civilization is all about the trading, okay, their advanced culture, okay, advanced culture, and the people are more oriented towards improving their material culture rather than about the religious aspects of the particular time. Even though religious was present, but it was present in a different sense. We'll understand a religious topic. So that is what this statement is talking about. It was predominantly a secular civilization. That secular we can talk about, that is major concern of the people was improving their material culture. We can talk about their town planning. We can talk about their, drainage planning. We can talk about the materialistic aspect, materialistic objects we have discovered from Indus Valley civilization, the beads and the semi-precious stones, okay, the seals and the terracotta articles, we can say other articles what we have discovered. And that all this shows that the people were mostly about improving their material culture rather than too much concern about the religious aspect. Okay, so of course, the cotton has been discovered from Mohenjo-daro, and some questions were also asked about different settlements, different sites of Indus Valley civilization. We are going to discuss those things also. And if you look at the answer options over here, so which of the following, which of the statements given above is correct? One only, two only, both one and two, neither one nor two. Okay, so according to this one, the answer should be the C, because both one and two are right. Okay, so this is one thing that has been discovered. First, they've asked about the unique item that has been discovered from Harappan civilization. When you look at this next few questions, we'll also see one more unique item that has been discovered from Harappan civilization. That question is also asked about the horses' bones. So these how the questions are getting repeated. Okay, so that is how the themes are also getting repeated. So we have to be well versed with the repeated themes. Look at the second question also. We'll come back because we are going to group all the similar theme questions at once. That was a religious theme, and again the second religious question was also, that's in 2013. Which of the following characterize the people of Indus Valley civilization? Again, they possess great palaces and temples. Look at that one, 2011. They asked about religious life, did not dominate the religious theme. Again, now they are asking about temples. And if you are reading in the ancient history for a while, I think you know the temple construction in India began during the time period of the Guptas, not before that one. Okay, it was a later revolution in the ancient Indian history. So that statement should be wrong. Okay, there was no great palaces and temples, and they worshipped both male and female deities. We know that is the male, female figurines as well. Male figurines have been discovered from Harappan civilization. That is Pashupati seal. That is one example, and fertility goddess. That is one example. Okay, so that statement should be correct. They employed horse-drawn chariots. Again, this particular statement that is again repeated. I talked about the uniqueness of the Harappan civilization. That is repeated in 2017 prelims. Again, we will solve that question also. They employed horse-drawn chariots in warfare. Actually, the warfare is the major feature of the Rigvedic Aryans as well later Vedic Aryans. They use chariots, and we have the evidence of chariot making during later Vedic and early Vedic time period. But there was no evidence, there was no such evidence during the Indus Valley civilization. So the first statement and second statement should be wrong. And the first and the third statement should be wrong, and the second statement should be right. Okay, so 1 and 2 only. 2 only, 1, 2, 3, and none of the statements are correct, and the answer is 2. Okay, so look at these two themes, that is the religious themes they asked about, and the unique item they talked about, and the unique item, that is one unique item, that is a cotton discovery, whether they had horse-drawn chariots, whether they had good knowledge about the horses, evidences. So okay, we'll come to that question also, 2017, and before going to that one, we'll discuss the religious beliefs. That is how we are going to go forward. So we'll solve the questions about that particular theme, and the theme, that particular topic of that particular theme, we are going to discuss over here. Okay, so religious beliefs, and we understand the religious beliefs of Indus Valley civilization on the basis of certain evidences. And what evidences we have? On the basis of the seals that Harappan civilization used. Okay, there we have discovered so many seals, and the seals were discovered by J. Fleet, okay, 1912, and that led to a lot of excavation around in and around Indus Valley civilization sites. And the seals, the depiction on top of the seals, we come to know the religious belief system. And the terracotta figurines, terracotta means that is soil and we can say clay figurines. It is made up of clay, and these clay figurines also give us more evidence about the religious belief system of the IVC. And we also discuss seals topic also. So that's what we are going to talk about, because religious themes come from, we understand the Indus Valley civilization religious themes from the base of seals. So we'll understand religious belief system of IVC, and then we'll go and understand the seals topic also. And now we have discovered nude female figures as well, that shows fertility cult. That's a mother goddess. That is a question talk about. The female gods were also there. And we have discovered Pashupati seal also. So that is Shiva, that is identified with Shiva. Okay, we'll come to that Pashupati seal. And male deity, that is male deity, that talks about both male and female figurines are there. And phallus worship, there is a lingam worship is there. And particularly the nude female figures as a phallus worship, both together contributes to understanding the fertility cult of the Indus Valley civilization. So if the questions comes, Indus Valley civilization had good idea about the fertility cult, yes, that is true. At the same time, we have the worship of trees also, because we have examples of people tree worship, and at the same time animal worship is also there. Particularly the unicorns, the mythical animal, even though that is not naturally present, but we have the evidence of Harappan civilization people worshipping about the mythical animals like unicorns. And what it shows that is, what is understanding we comes out of this tree worship as well as animal worship, that is a natural worship, as simple as that one. Okay, so it means Harappan's female deities also, then again male deities also, and nature worship also. That was it. At the same time, some other aspects of religion life we can talk about. We have discovered fire altars also. So fire altars that has been discovered from only two places, that is Lothal and Kalibangan. Again, cotton, I told you that discovered from Mohenjo-daro, and the different unique sites of Harappan civilization. The unique, we can say, discovery from these unique sites. And the same time, some unique sites, question is also like about Dholavira, that is asked in 2021, that question, we'll solve that question also. So now again from Kalibangan and Lothal, fire altars have been discovered. That is a different kind of religious system. And how that is interlinked? That is interlinked with the Vedic system, because Vedic system is all about the fire altar system, okay, that is conducting yajnas and sacrifices. And that can also shows that one there is a later Harappan phase. We know the Harappan civilization is in three different phases: pre-Harappa, then again mature Harappa, as well as later Harappa. And later Harappan phase sometimes emerges with the later Vedic, early Vedic times also, according to certain sources, but not much evidences is there. And we also evidence of animal sacrifices, because that has been depicted on seals. See, now religious themes directly interlinked to seals. So that is the reason we have to talk about seals also, because we will try to cover 360-degree angle of every question over here. And it's in burial practices, and today also the burial practices associated with the religious belief system of certain communities. And we have different burial practices of Harappa. There is a coffin burial system, and there is a wooden coffin burial system, then the pit burial system, and the joint burial also. The burials with animals and burials of couples also. These kind of evidences we have discovered from Harappan civilization. Like I told you, there one statement directly came out in prelims is that one. That is the Harappans possess great palaces and temples, and that is not true, because the temples are not the features of Harappan civilization, because temples in Indian history started from the time period of the Gupta's time period. But in Egypt and Mesopotamia civilization, which were the contemporary civilization of Harappa, so there was existence of temples, but not in Harappan civilization. And also they have been known for using certain kind of to ward off the evils. They used to use amulets, that is tabiz we say. Okay, so that is wearing some tabiz to necks as well as to hands also, and that kind of evidences is also there in Harappan civilization. And most of these practices what we see, there's male goddess, female goddess, nature worship, and the fire altars, everything is even continuing even today also. Okay, so that is one topic that we discussed about the question theme. It's a 2011 question as well as 2013 question about the religious theme. And now we are coming into seals, because seals give us the direct evidence about the Harappan civilization religious belief system. And now we understand what our seals are. Like this one picture you can see. So this is the seals. So it can also give evidence about the Harappan script also. It can give evidence about whichever the animals they knew. Okay. Of course, Harappan script has not been deciphered yet. And the seals also give us evidence about their religious belief system too. And what are seals? Probably there could be a merchant emblem, because we have discovered Harappan seals not just in Harappan sites, but also in Egypt, in Middle East also, because they had kind of connection with Mesopotamian civilization. Probably they traveled along with the goods. It could be a merchant emblem. Okay, it could be used religious purposes. It could be amulets. So there's various theories are there with respect to Harappan seals. And again, these are made up of different materials. Which material these cells are made up of? These are made up of terracotta, these are made up of ivory, then shells, then copper. Okay, and also we know that is Harappan civilization knew copper and bronze. So it was a Bronze Age. So like the pre-Harappan, so we can talk about the prehistoric time period. We talk about the Stone Ages because we come to know about the prehistoric time, Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Neolithic through stone technology which they had. But the Harappan technology is all about, it's a metal technology. That metal technology is, we talk about copper and bronze, and there was no iron. Again, this particular question was also asked. This particular question was also asked in 2017 prelim. That is the reason, that is we are trying to interconnect the different questions that have been asked, and we'll try to revise all these PYQs before the exams comes. Okay, and also the associate topics around those PYQs. This is one of the smart ways of preparation for UPSC. And there are two types of seals for that. One is square seals, at the same time rectangular shaped seals. And the squares shape seals for use for specific purpose, and rectangular shaped seals for use for specific purpose. And one famous example is Pashupati seal. It was made up of steatite material. It's a kind of a stone. Okay, steatite material that is made up of, that is Pashupati seal, and that is where we have been discovered this Pashupati seal from Mohenjo-daro, where we have discovered this cotton from Mohenjo-daro, where we have discovered these fire altars from Lothal and Kalibangan. Again, keep on revising whatever the topics we have learnt. And the seals, I told you, they are square and rectangular. Okay, and the square seals are used for only inscription and writing purposes. Okay, so inscription writing and also with respect to carving of animal figures. But the rectangular figures or rectangular seals are used only for inscription purposes. And where we have discovered, where we have the evidences about the Harappan inscription, that is on seals. It is also written on a little bit of pottery also, but majorly from Harappan seals we come to know about the script, or we can say about the language, about the writing script of Harappan civilization. Again, two types of seals, that's majorly. Other types of seals are also there, but majorly square and rectangular. Again, inscription writing as well as the animal figures, like mythical animal figures where they have been carved, that is on square seals. And where we can find only inscription on certain kind of seals, and that is rectangular. And few cylindrical as well as some kind of round seals are also have been found. And that is not the major feature of Harappan civilization. Sometimes they can put this kind of questions, but the major type of seals are, that is square and rectangular. Okay, this is one thing. And Pashupati seal, like I told you, that is made up of steatite, and it is Shiva surrounded with other animals like elephant, rhino, buffalo, tiger, and 2 goats or antelopes it could be. And it is found from Mohenjo-daro, and is Shiva flanked by many other animals. Okay, so this is one more interconnectedness we can talk about in this particular topic. And again, there is a one theme we discuss, that is question asked in 2011 and 2013. And that is how we are going to move forward. One area in ancient history, we will take out all the questions from that particular area. We will try to understand in 360-degree angle,